Okay, so this video is a tricky one because I am all about encouraging people to like follow creative ideas. And if they get this like, oh, I know what I want to do, or like they have this big dream and like, I'm going to do this thing. And especially when it comes to like making money online or online business, I'm always wanting to be like, hey, you could do it. Yeah, try it and try this. And I love helping people come up with ideas or just listening to their business ideas or making money ideas. And just, I never want someone to feel discouraged about what they're excited about. But I've also been through the whole online business world, making money online, and discovered that things aren't always what they seem to be. In 2018, I discovered an online course by no, I won't say who, never mind. I discovered an online course that was supposed to train you to start your own proofreading business. So it was really good training. I invested the money. It was a decent price, but it was expensive. To me, it was expensive. Maybe to someone else, it's not that expensive. But it was, not like, oh, this is easy, but it wasn't like, oh no. So it was an investment. But even in talking it over with my husband when I was thinking about it, he's like, oh, for all that you get, that's actually a really good investment. So I was really excited and I invested in the course. I took all the lessons because I found this website. It's a long story how I found it, but I was just so excited to like by chance come across this awesome opportunity because I was newly married. Oh, maybe I had been married, yeah, like for 2 years. I didn't have any full-time or part-time work, not like official. Like I think at the time I was doing tutoring or childcare, but just not very many hours per week. So I had a lot of time and a lot of creativity, and I was super excited to try this online business thing because maybe like you've been seeing things online on social media and hearing people talk about it, like having this crazy amount of success and like, oh, I made millions. I made a six-figure business just from, one digital product, like that kind of thing. So I thought like, well, I've always been good at, diagramming sentences and grammar and spelling and those kinds of things. Not perfect, but like I would say decent at it. But I had a lot to learn. So I was grateful for the proofreading lessons. It was all online, self-paced. It wasn't through like an official licensing thing or anything, but it was presented as this thing that would help you start your own proofreading business. So there were some things, it was mostly all grammar lessons. And then at the end, there were some things that said like, oh, here's some ways to try and get business. Plus you could get, if you finished the course with good grades or, on the final exam, then you would get to have your name on a list that organization, that person, it was started by a person and it was her own online business, but it looked like an organization. Anyways, I digress. You would get to put your name on a list that business would present to others as like, hey, here's a list of proofreaders you could choose if you need a proofreader. Okay, so that said, I did all of that. I launched into, I created my own website. I, was on social media, making connections, all this stuff. I have a whole video of how that business went, and I really encourage you to watch it because it gives you the full details of very realistic and I think a very common experience that happens to people who launch an online business or they come upon like an online course and they just get lured into this like, oh, this can happen. I can make this much money. I say that because the woman who started that proofreading course kept saying, I've become a millionaire through proofreading, or proofreading has made me a millionaire. And I was like, wow, like I had no idea. It sounds so naive now. I see it for what it is. But I was like, at the time I was like, I had no idea there was so much money to be made in proofreading. Like, this is wild. But then slowly but surely, she had some Facebook groups for people who were taking the course and people who had finished the course and were trying to market their business and make money. And it was extremely common for people to post in there and say, is anyone making money off of proofreading? Like, please, someone tell me, are you making money off of this? Like, it seems like we've been told that there's a lot of business out there to be had. And, like, anyways, all that to say, a lot of people were struggling. And then the person who created that course, instead of just being honest and being transparent and saying, like, no, I didn't literally make millions being a proofreader for people. I've made millions with this proofreading course, telling people that I've made millions through proofreading. It's like this vicious cycle. So she never said that, but she would come onto the Facebook groups and make people feel like it was their fault, that they weren't doing enough, that if they really wanted to make money with proofreading, they would find a way. So, it's probably, what are you doing wrong? Like, it was very unhealthy, very toxic. Despite all that, after a couple years, after a year or two, I did have one or two clients. I had a recurring client that would have me do proofreading for their online, like, blog articles. I had recurring work with them. I was getting really excited. They were really fun to work with. I had things here or there with different people. I had a volunteer gig for proofreading. I was not making, like, tons of money, but kind of like, oh, cool, like, this is slowly starting to look like things are coming together. And even though I was still, like, I really thought I would have made more money after a year or two. Well, then 2020 happened, and everybody's online spending habits changed. And my business, again, I'll put the link to more details, but my online business still hasn't recovered from 2020. And so I ended up offering a lot more than proofreading, but I talk more about that in my other videos. But I still offer some, like, the online products and things. But I'm telling you all of this to say that the reason I'm giving a brutally honest take on making money online is because I was on that side of things, watching YouTube videos, like, how to make money online, because I just thought, like, this would be perfect, like, how awesome would it be to be able to just work from home or, like, make passive income? And you hear all these incredible stories. Unfortunately, that the creator of that proofreading course is just one example of how a lot of people online are saying, I've made millions, I've made six figures, I've done all this just from doing this very simple thing. Or they make it sound very simple. And what they don't often tell you is there is a lot more to the story. They also don't tell you how much money they've lost in advertising. So maybe they've made a certain amount, but how much did they lose? I've actually heard of people claiming that they make six figures or they're millionaires from their online business, not telling you that they're, like, thousands of dollars in debt and they're barely scraping by, but they're just making it look a certain way online so that you continue to buy their stuff. Just be aware that that is something that can happen. There's just a lot of times there's more to the story than what you see. People talking about creating an online course or selling a digital product. I'm always encouraging people to do that stuff. Absolutely. So I don't want to discourage you. If you've been doing, like, tons of research on YouTube and watching videos about how to make money online and how to create or start an online business or a work from home business, there are a lot of really great success stories out there, but they usually take years to become profitable. So again, I want to come back to, I took notes, but it was on email. I'm doing this video because I dreamed last night that I was making a video about this. So when I woke up, I emailed myself the different points I wanted to talk about. And now I'm trying to remember what they were because I'm using my phone to record. I did want to mention there are people who will say like, oh, just create a digital product and put it out there and people will buy, you know, or like if you try hard enough, or it's just about the marketing. I cannot tell you how many people have watched my, I have an Amazon KDP, like I did my brutally honest take on Amazon KDP, which I'll link that below too. I cannot tell you how many people have commented on my Amazon KDP videos where I talk about like, because that's one of the things that people say, like just create a book and put it on Amazon and then you'll start making thousands. I have, you know. I cannot tell you how many people comment and say, it's actually really easy. You just really have to do a lot of marketing and like do it right. Here's what I want to say. The people who are telling you that it's easy and that if they can do it, you can do it, how much do you want to bet they're selling you something to help you do that? Okay? Like, I'm not selling you anything. I don't have anything to gain from this other than like, I don't know, like YouTube watch hours, you know, like, which will be great. And thank you for watching. But I'm not selling you anything on how to make money online or how to start your own online business or work from home business. I'm just giving those of you out there who are in the research stage, or maybe you're in the discouraged stage where you put a ton of work into an online business or passive income or something like that, or Amazon KDP. And you are wondering like, is there something wrong with me? Am I not doing enough to market this? Like, why is this so hard? Like what? And you feel like maybe you're failing. I made this video for you to tell you, you are not failing. There are so many things that people are not telling you online, but from their success stories. And again, this is not to say entrepreneurship doesn't happen or that people don't make money quickly, but the most common story is that there is way more going on behind the scenes than is being shared. So, you know, another tactic that some people use in trying to get you to buy their things to help you make money online is they will offer you something like, hey, buy my online course for how to make money online or whatever. They will only give you part of the information that you need to be successful intentionally so that you invest all this money into their course and then you realize like, man, there's got to be more. Well, lo and behold, there is more. This person also sells a higher ticket coaching opportunity with them. We're like, oh, interesting how I didn't get all the information I needed from this one investment. Anyways, that's another thing. There's a whole slew, is that right? A whole slew of manipulative marketing tactics that are being used on people like us who are just trying to make some money online, who, for whatever reason, the traditional 9 to 5 is not preferable for whether it's health reasons, physical, mental, emotional health. You know, it's different for everybody, or just life circumstances. For whatever reason, I'm doing this for those of you out there who, for whatever reason, are just like, I need to make this work. I want to work from home, or I want to make money online from home. Not because you're lazy, but because you have real reasons that are valid and you're maybe feeling discouraged. Or again, maybe you're just in the research stage to see if like, is all the hype worth it? Is this really possible? So I think I got off on a tangent about like manipulative tactics, but just know they're out there. There's a whole bunch that I could go off on. Maybe I'll make a separate video about that. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll make a separate video about all the manipulative marketing tactics to be aware of. That's a really good idea. Okay, mental note. Keep an eye out for that video sometime. But I want to say, yes, your creative ideas for a business, an online business, work from home business, making money online, those are worth pursuing. And I would say, don't worry if it doesn't take off right away, or if it's taking forever, years even, to make a profit. And you don't have to quit it. You don't have to give up on it. You could pivot to offering other things, or you could, what I had to do is get a traditional in-person job while keeping all my online business things as like a side hobby. YouTube being the most recent one. So I am trying to monetize my channel. Hopefully in the future, I'll have a video about how I monetize my channel. To monetize your YouTube channel, you need, as of the recording of this video, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within a year's period, so a 365-day period. If you'd like to help me out with that, feel free to take a look at the rest of the videos on my channel. If they're interesting to you and they're things that you think like, oh, I would watch these topics, then feel free to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. But until things take off for you in the online business ventures, stay creative. You don't have to give up on your online work from home business dreams. Do that research, get excited, create that website, launch that course, and at the same time, remember to tell yourself, I have not failed. I didn't waste my time if this is struggling to take off. I just want you to know that. It's not that you're not doing enough. It is just difficult out there. And also, like I said, in 2020, everything changed for everyone and people's spending habits changed. So, maybe try to find something that can withstand the test of time. There's things that people are just always going to be interested in and always wanting or needing. So, ooh, I don't know if that showed up on camera. Ooh, there was a fly in here. But anyways, I do want to mention, because just now this came to my mind, I want to mention, for some reason the word art came to mind. I'm like, people are always interested in art. So I don't know if you're watching this and you're someone who draws, paints, or whatever. If you are, there is an art channel that I've been following, Anne Livingston Art, and maybe I could put a link to her down here too. But I don't know. She came to mind when I was thinking, like, people are like, no matter what's going on, I think that like art is just, it survives it all. You know what I mean? Even in hard times. So I don't know. Take that for what you will, make of that what you will. Anyways, that I just felt like I was supposed to throw that in at the end. I'm not sure why, but there you go. If you are an art person, check out Anne Livingston Art, her channel. She has some great, just some great stuff. If you like art, you're going to like that channel. So feel free to check it out and find something that brings you joy even in hard times. And maybe you don't have to give up on that online business, online making money dream. It just may look a little different than you thought it would. So stay encouraged and stay creative.